Hey radio family, we've got a new way to win. Ace TJ Prime Rewards. Win great stuff like gift cards, Ace and TJ merch, concert tickets, and exclusive money can't buy experiences. Win it all with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. It's so easy. Download the Ace and TJ family app in your app store or at acetj.com/app and start winning with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. New winners every week. Fun and free. Get the app and play Ace TJ Prime Rewards. We always knew you were a winner. Now it's your chance to prove it. Get the app today.
There is never a bad time for some good friends.
Dude, I'm in the bathroom. Get out of here.
This is the Ace and Friends radio show.
It's like a Thursday.
Feels that way, doesn't it?
Because Wednesday is Friday. Mm-hmm. Thursday is Saturday.
Yeah.
It's confusing, but you got that when you got that 4th of July holiday coming up.
Yeah.
And then we'll be back here working on Friday.
We.
That is one of the advantages of radio. It's a disadvantage at some point, then an advantage later. It was a disadvantage early in our radio careers because before everything was fully automated, somebody had to work.
Yeah, still.
And those were big days. Like July 4th, I remember one of my first things ever doing, being out on the radio on July 4th. We were out hitting pool parties, and people were faxing us, telling us where they were having get-togethers, and we were taking drinks and chips and stuff, and going around in the van and hitting different things. We worked all day that day. It was fun. We had a blast doing it. But everybody was working on that day like it was a regular day. Mm-hmm. And now that things have become more automated, people can take a day off, and they can just record their parts ahead of time and all that kind of stuff. But it used to be somebody had to work Thanksgiving Day, somebody had to work Christmas. I used to get, when I did nights, I would get Christmas Eve off because at 7 o'clock on Christmas Eve, they would go to satellite programming that would play just Christmas music all night. But then at 7 o'clock the next night, that lasted 24 hours. And at 7 o'clock on Christmas night, I went back to work. Ugh. That was cool. I didn't mind it at all. Because everybody was kind of ready to get back to the groove thing. You'd already done the Christmas stuff all day.
No, on Christmas night, I am not ready to get back at work.
I was ready to go. I was ready to do it.
Well, then do a Christmas podcast, Christmas Day podcast, Ace and Friends.
I was pumped up and ready to go by then. By Christmas night, I was good to go.
Oh.
A lot of stuff coming up today on Ace and Friends, including one of the creepiest things ever that we'll get to in a few minutes. But it's wild. It is not to be missed. But next, Casa Amor is open. I don't know if y'all knew this or not. I'll give you the details. Hang on.
This is Ace and Friends.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Meet up with your friends.
Love it.
Ace and Friends.
Fun, funny, and fast. It's Ace and Friends, where Casa Amor is open. My wife is pumped. She's watching Love Island, and they finally opened Casa Amor.
I don't know what this is.
I don't either. So this is my understanding. So if I get this wrong, I know there's at least one person that messages me about this when I get something wrong when it comes to Love Island. But there are 16 people left, 8 guys, 8 girls, and they're all paired off. And now what they do is they split them. Listen to this. They split them, and all the guys go to one place, and all the girls go to one place. And then they bring in 8 new guys and 8 new girls to join them, and they just all kind of mingle for a few days to hang out and see how it goes.
And see if you want to go back to your original
Do you want to go back to the original person, or you want to stay with the new person that you've met here?
And they each know that the other one is doing whatever they're doing?
Yeah, because they all know what's happening, because the same thing is happening just in the opposite way at the other. I guess they're both called Casa Amor.
Okay.
Casa Amor guys, Casa Amor girls.
And then there will be some sort of confrontation, I would imagine, between the old flings going, I don't want to be with you anymore, I'm going with this person.
Right. At the end, they come together, I guess, and decide who's going to do what, who's going to be with whom, what they're going to do.
Will they have the new person there?
Yes, because they may decide.
Good call.
I'm going to see like you would be standing there, Riggins, and you would have these two women, the quote unquote old girl who you've known for about 2 weeks,
Yeah,
and the new girl who you've known for about 48 hours.
Is there a benefit to like staying with the old person? Like, is there like you get $1,000 if you decide to remain with your original?
That part I'm not sure about. That part I don't know about. But
Because
I know,
then that person would probably think like, well, he's only picking me because there's some sort of benefit, but he really wanted this new person. That would be kind of the mind game.
Yeah, I don't know which part of that is true. I think eventually somebody has a chance to win big money, but it's,
They want to set it up as like, somebody needs to get heartbroken and be infuriated.
Right, absolutely.
That's why you do that.
Yeah, you're
kind of thing.
you're looking for the explosion. But I know that's the dominant factor in my household for the next couple of days.
Sure.
But I don't get it until the next day because it comes on at 9. My wife wakes up very early with the baby, so I'm always catching it Wednesday afternoon. I find out what happened Tuesday night, that kind of thing.
Yeah. What you hope happens is that she decides to go with the new guy. Or the old guy, but the old guy is like, no, I'm picking this one.
Yeah,
so she they both get left out in the cold. That would be incredible.
I think it happens.
Sadistic.
It's really tricky and honestly a well thought out plan. When
Sure.
you look at it for how it's set up, you know what? They've thought that through. That's pretty well done.
It's not about finding love. It's about making a great television
TV show.
show.
That's all. It's all about making a great TV show. There is something that we found online that is so creepy and weird, and if you put yourself in this girl's position, it will freak you out. Coming up next,
This is Ace and Friends.
We're here with our friend Richard Toccato from the Richard Toccato Companies, and Richard, people have credit card bills and they need to use that equity, don't they?
That's right. Use the equity in your home, restructure your debt, save yourself a bunch of money, and it's easy. We've got the instant equity. It's simple. They make you an offer. You can close in 4 days, get your money that quick. Ace, you've done it.
yeah, I've done it. It'll change your life in virtually no time. Starts with a free 5-minute phone call, 704-800-4719, or online at homewithrichard.com. The Richard Toccato Company.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
Ace and Friends.
Get ready for one of the wildest things you've ever heard. Just listen to this girl's TikTok, and then it doesn't matter, male, female, just listen and try to just get a grasp on this situation, okay?
So I recently found out that my senior picture photographer is selling his house, and how do I know this? Because this is on his listing.
She's showing a picture in this room, a big poster-sized picture.
That is one of my senior pictures. I graduated in 2008, and it's still hanging up in his home.
Do you grasp that? In 2008, so probably 2007, if she graduated in 2008, probably summer 2007, she took senior pictures. This guy took her picture, her senior portraits. He was the senior photographer. It is now 2024, and she sees a house listing, and when she's looking at it, she realizes this is the senior photographer because he took one of her senior pictures where she's in a t-shirt looking over her shoulder at the camera and blew it up poster size, and it's up in his house.
That is crazy. Dun, dun, dun. Creepy photographer guy has now had probably a 16-year-old girl's picture hanging on the walls and left it up for
since 2007-8.
Yeah.
She was graduated May or June 2008.
There's so many questions that you want to ask about this that you just you'll never be able to find out the answer.
That picture is, she only stumbled across it because she was just looking at the house listing and went like, oh, that's a picture of me.
Wild.
Then did the work to find out that's the senior photographer.
Yeah. And it's probably, a contract, we'll get a photographer in here. They're not really vetting. I can't imagine.
He's probably just a school photographer. That's what they do. they bring in somebody who takes the school pictures. They have those school contracts. So they just come in, they take all the pictures for the school, the underclass students, undergrad students, whatever, and then the graduating seniors. Imagine she sees her picture. He made it a poster and had it up on the wall. And there it is. 16 years later, she finds out he's had it the whole time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, how disturbing.
That is one of the creepiest things ever.
Yeah, to stumble upon your own picture on the internet.
And be totally creeped out by it.
Yeah.
You're not going to forget this moment today. No doubt about it.
This is Ace and Friends.
Our friend Richard Toccato from the Richard Toccato Companies is here, and we're talking about home improvement. That doesn't just mean, like, my wife thinks our home would improve if I left it. That's not what that means, is it?
Yeah, for Jody, that would probably help her out. But for everybody else, we need a sun deck or they want a backyard kitchen. It's an easy phone call to 704-800-4719 or log on to homewithrichard.com.
Now, you've got the money in your home. Let Richard find it. HomeWithRichard.com. It's the Richard Toccato Companies.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
The Johnson Group has been cleaning some of Charlotte's most prestigious businesses since 1985. Family owned and operated. Learn more at acetj.com/clean. It's first class cleaning with the Johnson Group.
This is Ace and Friends.
So every day we share with you some good news. And today it's really cool because it's Mr. Beast, the YouTuber, and he's done it again.
In this video, we are building and giving away 100 houses. And each home is going to change a family's life. Like this family, who didn't have a house to call their own. And they have no idea we just built them one. Take off your blindfolds and turn around. Behind you is your brand new home. Oh, I was not expecting that reaction.
He built 100 homes and gave them to impoverished families in Jamaica, El Salvador, and Argentina. His goal is to build 1,000 homes.
Crazy.
Unbelievable. And I think he easily is going to make it because he accomplishes all of his goals and does some incredible stuff. That's why he's such a huge success on YouTube. Mr. Beast, if you never checked him out, he's worth checking out. And there's a 9-year-old girl in Pittsburgh named Ivy Larson who had to say goodbye to her cat Steve last month when he passed away at 16. And she wanted to honor his memory in some way. So she set up a lemonade stand in front of her house and gave all the money to a cat rescue called Nose to Tail. Uh-huh. She raised $150 and plans to do it again on the 4th of July, even to raise more. Isn't that sweet? Yeah. She's 9 years old.
Love that.
Her kitty's name was Steve. And a guy from Tennessee was scratching off a $20 lottery ticket in the store and told the clerk if he hit the jackpot, he'd never eat bologna again. Well, he hit for $1 million.
Oh, because he can afford to eat. I like bologna. Bologna gets a bad rap. I love bologna.
It's delicious.
Bologna does get a bad rap. We had
They do it all
bologna
the
growing
time.
up. I had bologna growing up all the time as a kid. Everything, I loved it. I would
Fried
still love
bologna is the best. It's insane.
I never really fried it. I never really liked it.
Oh,
fried.
come on now.
I was more of a bologna sandwich kind of person.
Yeah, you put the fried bologna on a sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never fried it.
What I do is I fry the bologna, then I put that bologna into a grilled cheese.
Ooh.
It's real
Love
good.
that.
Do you fry the bologna, use butter, and you put butter in the pan
No,
first?
you don't need bologna has its own greases.
Its own greases. It uses its own fat.
The way he said that, bologna has its own greases. That's great.
This is Ace and Friends.
We're here with our friend Richard Toccato from the Richard Toccato Companies. And, you know, Richard, people have credit card bills and they need to use that equity, don't they?
That's right. Use the equity in your home, restructure your debt, save yourself a bunch of money. And it's easy. We've got the instant equity. It's simple. They make you an offer. You can close in 4 days, get your money that quick. Ace, you've done it.
Yeah, I've done it. It'll change your life in virtually no time. Starts with a free 5-minute phone call, 704-800-4719 or online at homewithrichard.com. The Richard Toccato Company.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
Currents is Lake Norman's #1 lifestyle magazine. Every month, Currents brings you the latest news on what's happening in the Lake Norman area. They've been serving the Lake Norman community for over 13 years. See the latest issue of Currents now at lncurrents.com.
Ace and Friends.
We have a message for men because there's a lady online who wants to know if young women realize how good they have it these days.
Does Gen Z know how huge it is that men's shorts are finally getting short again? Do you know how lucky you are to be alive right now? I barely saw a man's thigh for decades. It was like 20 years of dark ages. Those of us attracted to masculinity were running on thoughts and prayers. So I want all the men out there to seize the day. Let your quads see the light. We only have this brief moment.
She's exaggerating a little bit, but yeah, there was a long time. Shorts were, it really got down to crazy below the knees.
Yeah.
I love that.
She's like, she wants to see men's quads.
Yeah.
Let shorts be shorts again. Let's go back to the 80s NBA days.
Yeah. I did immediately think of Rob. He said he's not into just now, but I did immediately think of Rob. I was like, he's a cargo, long, short kind of guy, but I'd like to see you in some shorter shorts.
Oh, we don't need that.
No, I think
I watched the Iron Claw over the weekend, and they're wearing the short shorts in that movie the whole time.
Yeah, because it's set in the most of them in the late 70s, early 80s.
It just seems so uncomfortable.
Those were very short, but shorter, I think, is probably good.
It is hard though to go backwards. Like once you've had, because I grew up, shorts were shorts, and then the Fab Five and Jordan came along, and shorts grew longer. And they were just more comfortable because you felt more comfortable. At least I did, have more of your legs being covered.
What I like about it is if you have the long pant leg back behind your knee, you don't get as sweaty because you can put a little bit of your shorts cloth there when you fold your knee.
What the hell?
I get sweaty behind my knees.
You get sweaty behind your knees?
I see what he's saying. So if he bends down or something, his shorts are long enough that they kind of cut behind the knee and keep the sweat from accumulating.
Yeah, like so if I'm sitting down like I am right now, the area between, the area where the knee is at the back, when I fold my leg up, there's always going to be a cloth in between. I don't go skin to skin at the knee.
Huh.
And I don't sweat. Because when I get skin to skin, I'm hot-blooded. And I start to sweat when I touch my own skin.
Behind the knee. I've never heard of somebody dealing with sweat behind the knee. I mean, it happens, but
I find it fascinating. He uses the term skin to skin, but he's talking about his own skin.
Yeah. My skin.
Yeah. I don't normally think we're skin to skin. You're thinking about touching someone else's skin. Rob's like skin to skin. He's talking about the knee fat.
I don't want any of my skin to touch my another piece of my own skin.
All right.
We came here to have a good time. This is Ace and Friends.
Well, here we are, another new year, and you're, again, going to try to lose that weight you've been needing to lose for a long time. Well, here's what you need. You need Calitrin to help, because Calitrin is not a drug. No, not at all. It is natural and effective. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. When you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you will get 3 months free right now, and consistency is the key with Calitrin. So order it today at acetj.com/weight loss. It's Calitrin.
Create an unforgettable experience with the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com. Weddings, banquets, shows, expos, they do it all at the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com.
Meet up with your friends.
Love it!
Ace and Friends.
How well do we know each other? We're about to find out. I found this long list of questions. Kind of a fun game to play amongst friends. So first off, we'll just try to decide. Let's see. Let's take Riggins, for example. Rob, you and I get to decide. Has Riggins ever thrown up in public? What do you think?
Yeah, I'd say yes.
I say yes as well. Riggins, have you ever thrown up in public?
I have not.
Wow,
Never.
okay.
Never.
Get out of here.
Nice.
Never.
Never.
I can count on one hand how many times I've thrown up.
I would have guessed yes simply because you got kicked out of that college.
Yeah.
I just assumed something similar to that.
So drunk that I threw up.
Yeah.
No, I literally only thrown up like 5 times in my life.
Wow. Never in public.
Oh, no.
Okay. How well do we know you? Riggins, can Rob name 2 houses in the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry?
Certainly.
I say yes.
Certainly.
Yes, you can, right, Rob?
Slytherin, Gryffindor, Ravenclaw, and Hufflepuff. I know all 4.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. Okay. For you two to decide, have I, Ace, do I have a friend online that I've never met in person? Yes or no?
No, I don't think so.
No.
No, I don't. Rob, do you think Riggins Would Riggins rather give up social media or television?
Social media.
Oh, see, I was going to say television.
I say social media because he does it for his job.
Which would you rather give up? Social media, Riggins, or television?
Television.
Television.
Okay.
That's what I figured. Because you find social media far more entertaining?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, for me, it would have been social media. That would be the one I wouldn't want to give up. So I agree, but I just thought maybe because he does it for work.
Okay. All right, Riggins, is for us to decide. Has Tech D Rob ever urinated on the side of the road?
That could have happened during a road trip. Yeah, I'll say yeah.
You say yes. I say yes also.
Yeah, for sure. When
You
I was a
have?
kid.
Okay. For me, does Ace weigh within 5 pounds of his driver's license photo?
Hell no.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think I do?
I think you weigh less than your driver's license photo.
Yeah, but I'm probably a little more than 5 pounds lighter. I'm probably about 8 pounds lighter than I was in my driver's license photo.
Really?
Yeah. Okay.
I assumed it was you wouldn't have gotten a new photo recently, and you're more into shape now than you.
Yo, it's been years, but I think I was thin. My driver's license, it expired on my birthday. I got to go down to the DMV and make an appointment now because I didn't realize it had expired.
Oh, you're driving with an expired license right now?
I am right now.
Oh my God, we got daggone fugitive.
This is Ace and Friends.
Our friend Richard Toccato from the Richard Toccato Companies is here, and we're talking about home improvement. That doesn't just mean, like, my wife thinks our home would improve if I left it. That's not what that means, is it?
Yeah, for Jody, that would probably help her out. But for everybody else, we need a sun deck or they want a backyard kitchen. It's an easy phone call to 704-800-4719 or log on to homewithrichard.com.
Now, you've got the money in your home. Let Richard find it. HomeWithRichard.com. It's the Richard Toccato Companies.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
It's been a debate here for years.
Does great furniture look good?
Or does it feel good?
Does it fit the style of the room good?
Or does it sit good?
Well, after years of debate
and years of research,
we've decided great furniture
is good fitting
and good sitting.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and get an Adirondack chair for just $279. In stock and ready to rock only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Ace and Friends.
She has taken the internet by storm, social media by storm. She is simply known as the Hawk Tool Girl. She showed up on stage with Zach Bryan in Nashville. And she was also interviewed on the Plan Bree podcast, which is a part of Barstool Sports. This is her first interview where she dispels a few rumors about herself.
I deleted all my social media like 6 months ago due to like personal reasons. I never really got on it or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
But I was long gone before that.
Oh, so you were already gone from social media.
God. I worked in a spring factory. I'm not a school teacher.
That was my next question. So you weren't a teacher
or a bartender.
So I've heard rumors that your dad is a preacher.
My father is so far from a preacher. It's crazy. None of it's true at all.
Turns out none of that stuff that everybody said about her was true.
Yeah. Shows you the power of the internet. Everybody's like, she's a teacher with a dad who's a preacher.
Yeah. And I always think about that one girl who they said at first that this was her. She lost her job at the Sunday teaching at the nursery school or whatever, preschool. And that girl had to do a video and go, "Hey, that's not me at all. Don't bring me into that. That's not me." Her father's a preacher. They're so disappointed. And she's like, "Hey, my dad's a preacher. It's not that video is not me."
True. Yeah.
Because that's the kind of thing that can ruin your life.
Yeah. And your family. When it gets that big.
So allegedly, according to the story, Hawk Tool Girl has made over $65,000 so far selling merchandise. And then there's this. The Simpsons has predicted a lot of future events in its 35 seasons, but at least one person on the internet claims it did predict the Hawk Tool Girl.
Oh, God.
Some people think it did back in 1992. In the episode New Kid on the Block, Bart gets a neighbor named Laura. Laura plays the trick on Bart by claiming that she's going to read his palm and tell him his future. She grabs his hand and tells him she sees a mansion and a tennis court. Then she spits into his palm, and after that, she goes, makes the sound.
Really?
And then said, "There's the swimming pool." Then she gets up and walks away, leaving Bart totally smitten and vowing to never wash that hand again.
That was it.
People say, "Hey, that's
It's not exactly the same,
Not
but there are
exactly,
definitely
pretty close.
a lot of
Yeah.
similarities.
Yeah.
That's kind of wild.
They said, I mean, it's not a legit prediction, but it is a fun comparison.
Sure.
Yeah. And then she was seen with Shaq. I guess Shaq saw her this weekend in Nashville as well. She was photographed with Shaq.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, he was having fun. Kind of staring at her, kind of funny.
Yeah, Shaq knows.
I guess she's making the most of her 15 minutes of fame.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You don't want to see her come out and like denounce what she did. It's like, come on.
There are a lot of people that would like to see her come out and denounce what she did.
It would not turn out good for her either way at this point.
Yeah, people say that. Some people are like, she's a whore and all this kind of stuff.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard people saying that. Is that just you?
I've not read it. It's all over Twitter. No, it's not me at all.
This is Ace and Friends.
We're here with our friend Richard Toccato from the Richard Toccato Companies. And, you know, Richard, people have credit card bills and they need to use that equity, don't they?
That's right. Use the equity in your home, restructure your debt, save yourself a bunch of money, and it's easy. We've got the instant equity. It's simple. They make you an offer. You can close in 4 days, get your money that quick. Ace, you've done it.
Yeah, I've done it. It'll change your life in virtually no time. Starts with a free 5-minute phone call, 704-800-4719, or online at homewithrichard.com. The Richard Toccato Company.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
Meal delivery services are a big thing right now, but Table and Twine is your local meal delivery service. The meals are fresh, not frozen like national chains. Plus, their meals start at just $7.99 a serving. Take back that time in your day. Leave the shopping, preparation, and cooking to Table and Twine. Get details at tableandtwine.com. That's tableandtwine.com.
Meet up with your friends.
Love it!
Ace and Friends.
It's a big week for our country. It's our country's birthday. Our country likes to celebrate its birthday just like everybody else likes to celebrate their birthday. The top how to grill searches this year: corn on the cob, salmon, and chicken. Asparagus and burgers rounded out the top 5.
Love grilled asparagus.
Yeah. The top drinks we're Googling: the Bomb Pop cocktail.
Ooh.
I don't know what that is.
Well, Bomb Pop is that red, white, and blue popsicle. It's very
Okay.
ice cream truck staple kind of thing.
Yeah, the Bomb Pop cocktail is the top of the list, along with an Aperol Spritz.
Yeah.
And aviation cocktail. My wife loves an Aperol Spritz.
In the summer, it's real good.
Most of the salads that everybody's Googling right now: pasta salad, cucumber salad, chicken salad, blah, blah, blah. You know, they're not that kind of salad. And something called cowboy caviar. It's beans, corn, and other stuff all mixed together.
Oh.
Another top trending search right now for July 4th: trazodone for dogs.
Oh, they need it.
Yeah. Do you give your dog anything?
I have given him a trazodone before a vet visit one time, but he's not freaked out by fireworks.
Yeah, our dog totally freaked out.
I didn't do anything. I don't know.
Yeah.
It just never. But I know a lot of people have dogs that they don't like that.
Yeah. And the top trending red, white, and blue clothing search this year: skirts. That's the skirt shorts hybrid.
Okay. For guys.
Yes. It's usually some type of the athletic short with a little skirt over it.
I think those are cute when I see girls in a skort. Yeah, it's kind of cute.
You see a lot of tennis players, a lot of tennis players and golfers.
Yeah.
Seem to have them more than anything else. T-shirts are next, then hats.
Yeah.
Everybody looking to have something red, white, and blue.
Sure.
I got Dax a little T-shirt that I saw on Instagram and just says, "I'm just here for the snacks and fireworks." I'm sorry. I'm here for the snacks and freedom. It's got little explosions all around it, which is pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Is he going to freak out with the fireworks?
I don't know, because we didn't have a lot of them last year. He was so young. Things at a distance he's pretty good with. So like there are fireworks that are going to go off right by our house because the YMCA does a huge fireworks thing that's 100 yards from my house. So it will be loud, but I don't know that will bother him. He probably won't faze him.
Okay.
We got white noise, and
yeah,
once he goes down, he goes down. For the most part, he should be pretty good. We'll do another round of How Well Do We Know You coming up next.
This is Ace and Friends.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin. If you want all of the heating, air, and electrical work in your house done by the very best, then you need Bradham Brothers. They've been a family business thriving for over 50 years, and that means they're doing something right. Go to Bradham Brothers.
Ace and Friends.
How well do we know you? How well do we know each other? Riggins, do you think that Tech D Rob has ever camped out for concert tickets? Do you think that Tech D Rob has ever camped out for concert tickets?
It's a tough one because he loves going to concerts, but he hates the idea of camping and being outside. Yeah. But I'll say yes.
You think he's camped out for concert tickets?
Maybe.
Rob, have you ever camped out? I say kind of. Yeah, like maybe he went early in the morning to get in line or something. Rob, have you camped out for concert tickets?
No, I've never purchased concert tickets anywhere but online. I wouldn't like before they were online. I never went to concerts. I didn't really start going to any until I was an adult. So.
Oh wow.
I went to one when I was 4 years old. Tim McGraw, Faith Hill.
That's a good question though, or a good point. Riggins, have you ever had a hard concert ticket?
My first concert, we had to go wait in line in the morning.
What was your first concert?
Jimmy Buffett.
Okay. Oh, that's right. So y'all went to wait in line to get your tickets?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so I'm the only one that has stayed up all night, camped out, whatever, so to speak. I didn't camp out, like take a tent and all. But a couple of times we would go out and then go grab something to eat and go get in line, outside the box office in college. Or you'd wait outside just to get your tickets.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I went to a concert before I got into radio. Besides Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. I can't remember another one.
Your parents took you to that?
No, my brother.
Your brother, okay. Did. That's right, because they're so much older than you.
At 4, you were at Tim McGraw, Faith Hill.
It was 9 years old, 4th grade.
Fourth grade, okay.
Yeah.
He was like, this kiss, impeccable.
And that was before they got married, and they was kissing on the stage. It was crazy.
It was magical.
All right.
I was like, oh my God.
All right. Teddy Rob, our chance to see how well we know Riggins. Has Riggins ever been in a relationship with someone he met in a bar?
I'm going to say no.
I say no also.
No. I have not.
Never been in a relationship with somebody you met in a bar. A one-night stand with somebody you met in a bar?
No.
Oh, good for you.
Okay.
Good for you.
I don't know. I don't know if that's an insult or
No, I mean, I'm saying that's good for you. No, I really mean that. I genuinely mean that. That's good for you.
Okay.
That's good for you. Okay. Quick one for me. How well do you know me? Have I, Ace, ever done a keg stand?
Yes.
I'm going to say no.
Oh, you'd be wrong. I have done one.
I didn't know if kegs were a thing like that.
Yeah.
They were.
Were kegs invented when you were in college?
Yeah, were kegs
invented when I was in college? Not invented, but...
We used to get one every Saturday for the LSU game. A bunch of us would chip in money in our apartment complex, and we'd go get a keg for our pregame.
He used to have to get wood barrels of alcohol instead.
Thank you, Rob.
Follow Ace and Friends on all social media platforms at Ace Cannon Media. More Ace and Friends coming up.
Our friend Richard Toccato from the Richard Toccato Companies is here, and we're talking about home improvement. That doesn't just mean, like, my wife thinks our home would improve if I left it. That's not what that means, is it?
Yeah, for Jody, that would probably help her out. But for everybody else, we need a sun deck, or they want a backyard kitchen. It's an easy phone call to 704-800-4719 or log on to homewithrichard.com.
Now, you've got the money in your home. Let Richard find it. HomeWithRichard.com. It's the Richard Toccato Companies.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
This is Ace and Friends.
Have you ever thrown something at someone?
I don't. Maybe my brothers or something when I was but never as an adult.
Have you ever had anything thrown at you? That would count as a kid. What even count as a kid?
I don't think so.
Like, I remember one time when I was a kid, my mom was gone. I was watching my sister. She got mad at me for doing something, and she took a book that she had, this kind of a thick but paperback book, and threw it at me. Wildly missed and hit this plate of my mom's, and it knocked it, broke it. And that was a bad scene all the way around.
Oh yeah, that's unfortunate.
Rob, you ever had anything thrown at you?
I'm thinking that. No, I don't think I have.
Yeah, I saw this last night online on Reddit and started going through. People were just talking about what they threw at someone or had thrown at them. Like somebody said, I haven't thrown it, but my sister threw her 90s boombox at me.
Oh, dang.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Kill you.
Somebody said, I threw like 8 pairs of shoes at my mom one time in high school. She deserved it.
Oh,
okay.
What? 8 pairs of shoes at your mom? I just thought of one. I did have somebody throw a drink on me one time. On a listener trip. We were all playing bar games. And this lady was was messing up, screwing up our team. And I made a joke. And she just grabbed the drink and threw it on me.
Ooh.
Like a beer or a cocktail?
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't like that.
I didn't like it either.
Yeah, that's not cool.
I just went, okay, tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to my room and change my shirt. I'll be back in a few moments.
And you better be gone.
And a what do you call it? A pall, whatever you could.
Yeah.
It fell over the room. It was like,
Yeah, that's not cool. Throwing a drink on somebody.
Yeah, because everybody was just cutting up, and I said something like, "Hey, you didn't get it done just one time. You're slowing us up."
Yeah.
She just goes
in your face.
No, all over my shirt.
Just sorry.
I was furious.
At least that's one thing, though. The other person was 8 pairs of shoes. Like on pair 4, you don't go, all right, now that's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. 1, 2, 3. I mean, I wonder if it was all in quick succession.
Let's see. Some of those. My mom chucked a flip-flop at my brother. It sliced through a lampshade and got stuck in the shade.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it sliced through something on the skin. I was like,
so this was back in the early 90s. It still makes us laugh.
So chancla, as the Hispanic people call it.
Yeah. One girl said, I threw a margarita in a guy's lap on the first date. Total jerk. He deserved it.
When they're frozen or on ice.
Yeah, most of these are siblings. Almost every one of these stories, it's either a date like that or siblings who got into it.
I did throw a box of crackers at my niece and hit her in the eye. I felt real bad.
How old was she at the time?
She was very young. It was not good.
Well, wait, luckily, y'all are only, Rob and his niece, they're only, 5 years, 6 years apart?
6 years different.
Okay, so he wasn't that much
older. I felt real bad
when
about
she was,
it.
like, he wasn't 25 and she was 7 when he hit her in the face with a box of crackers.
This is Ace and Friends.
When it comes to buying or selling a house, you know, there are all kinds of people that can help you do that, but not like the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. They are so much more than just real estate salespeople. Find out by going to acetj.com/Temple team.
Ace and Friends.
All right, strap in for a quick run around a few things that you might find interesting. Let's start with this. The album that has spent the most weeks on the Billboard Top 200 chart is Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd. It spent 990 weeks in the top 200. That's more than 19 years in the top 200 albums in America.
That's dumb.
More than 19 years. That is insane. A chicken in Canada just broke a world record by correctly identifying 6 letters, numbers, and colors in under a minute. Something else you might find interesting, brushing your teeth didn't take off in the United States until after World War II.
Really?
Yeah, after World War II, when soldiers came home and brought brought the habit with them.
Good for them.
Yeah. And researchers in China created a robot that's controlled by human brain cells. They described it as a brain on a chip, like a computer chip. But a robot in South Korea apparently decided to off itself last month. Their second biggest city got a helper robot at City Hall last year that could move around the building and use elevators, but less than a year into the daily grind, it just started spinning in circles, and then the robot threw itself down a flight of stairs and died.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's a true story. Robot threw itself down the stairs. And one other thing you might find interesting, this time of year, everybody talks about the fact that, somebody doesn't realize this is the last weekend they'll have 2 hands, that kind of thing. It's a joke, but you got to be really careful with fireworks. And there is a 66-year-old man in New York, he lives on Long Island, who has already experienced that. He lost his left hand and several fingers on his right hand last night while lighting fireworks in his yard. And nobody really knows exactly what it was, but one explosion blew his left hand off and a couple of fingers on his right hand. What is he lighting?
What are you lighting?
Like, I know the kid that lived next door to me growing up, Heath Shelton, he had a firecracker go off in his hand one time. And it hurt, but he didn't lose. He was a kid. He was like 10. He didn't lose any digits.
Yeah. Did you ever have Roman candle fires?
Yes.
Fights?
Yes. It was
now, if you even bring that up, people are like horrified, but that was a sort of the norm. That's what you kind of did.
Bottle rocket wars, Roman candle wars. We had my friend's dad cut off a piece of pipe and we capped the end of it so we could use it you light the bottle rocket and shove it down and then you could run at somebody with it and it had much better direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. You come back with a shirt with the hole burned in. And it wasn't safe. I mean, in hindsight. But seldom did anybody get hit.
Yeah.
With a Roman candle. Now, bottle rockets, they wouldn't light you on fire, but they would hurt. A bottle rocket stings when it hits you in the back or the leg or the arm or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yikes. Well, be careful, I guess. I mean, no more fun, right?
Yeah, it's one of those things I look at now and go, don't do that. Don't shoot Roman candles at people. That could hurt somebody,
Yeah, I guess.
This is Ace and Friends.
We're here with our friend Richard Toccato from the Richard Toccato Companies. And, Richard, people have credit card bills and they need to use that equity, don't they?
That's right. Use the equity in your home, restructure your debt, save yourself a bunch of money. And it's easy. We've got the instant equity. It's simple. They make you an offer. You can close in 4 days, get your money that quick. Ace, you've done it.
Yeah, I've done it. It'll change your life in virtually no time. Starts with a free 5-minute phone call, 704-800-4719 or online at homewithrichard.com. The Richard Toccato Company.
Richard Toccato Company, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
Ace and Friends.
You are about to meet a man who will never live down the moment he's about to share with all of us. If you are a man, you've never had children, pay very, very, very close attention to what he has to say.
Word to the wise, if your wife is planning on having a baby soon, have your gas tank filled. And this doesn't happen on the way down to the hospital.
That's right, on the way to the hospital. He's recording this. Yeah, he's recording it at the gas tank.
I never thought about that, but that's a great piece of advice.
She is in the car, in labor. And he's like, I got to stop and get gas.
That's bad.
That is one of those things they cover. I've had 3 kids, one in 1999, one in 2002, and one a year ago. And they always say that. The things to do early on in the process, pack a bag and have it ready. Sit it close to the door, somewhere where it's out of the way, but hey, it's the time. Grab the bag and go. And one of the things they talk about is always make sure the car is prepared.
Yeah.
Like even to the point of if you want to put the bag in the car or put a pillow or a blanket, whatever, in the car, and just be very vigilant, especially once you hit that 6-7 month mark.
Yeah.
Be very vigilant that the car always has more than enough gas for you to get to the hospital.
Yeah. My only qualm, other than forgetting to put gas in, but he recorded himself doing it. I mean, if my wife's in labor, I'm not even thinking of whipping out my phone, opening a social media app to record a video for them. I understand the temptation, like, oh, you're not going to believe how it's screwed up, but golly.
Do you think he asked her while she's sitting there in the passenger seat in labor and he's outside running gas? He goes, hey, you think this make a good TikTok?
Yeah. Oh my God. She should have punched him in the head. And she's going to bring that up forever.
He'll never escape that. He will never escape. You're right. She's not wrong. He'll never live that moment down. It is a grand piece of advice. Just make sure the car has gas in it because the reaction she must have had.
Yeah, like
is we're on the way to the hospital. Hey, I gotta swing in and get some gas here real quick.
I mean, that's super bad. That's real bad.
This is Ace and Friends.
They say there are only 2 things certain in life: sweet deals at Sweet Dreams and taxes.
And only one of those is certain this month.
Which one?
The sweet deals at Sweet Dreams.
What about the taxes?
No sales tax the entire month of April at Sweet Dreams.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And don't call me Shirley.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and pay no sales tax during the month of April. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Meet up with your friends.
Love it!
Ace and Friends.
I love people having personal vendettas against celebrities that they've never met or don't know. Like for years, I have hated Mario Lopez. I couldn't really tell you why. I just don't like him. He seems fake to me. And I just don't care for him. That's not good. That's not a good way to be. I'm not saying you should be like me. But that's, Rob hates James Cameron. He really has no reason. He just hates it. Rob
deserves it.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Whatever that means. Rob always says that. He deserves it. But we found this person who has a personal vendetta against Rachel Ray.
I have a personal vendetta against Rachel Ray because I would watch the TV show $40 a Day as a child, and she would always cheat at it. For anyone who doesn't know, the premise of that show is that she would travel somewhere and then eat on only $40 every day. But she always went over because she would buy alcohol at every single meal, like 4 meals a day. She was buying alcohol. So of course it was going to be more than $40, but then she'd have like a friend buy her lunch. That doesn't count. You can't do that.
So
it's true.
$40 a day, and she would eat 4 meals on $40 a day?
I guess maybe like a snack or something in between, but
what's the point of the game if you always go over?
Or if you have a friend buy you lunch.
Yeah.
The whole idea, it's $40.
How does that show stay on the air?
Yeah, I mean, he's right.
I don't know the show. I know who Rachel Ray is, but I don't know the show.
It was on a long time ago.
3 seasons of it there were. That's
So what's the premise, Rob, that she could go the entire day and eat on $40?
It says each episode she takes a one-day trip to an American, Canadian, or European city with only $40 to spend on food. While touring the city, she finds restaurants to go to and usually manages to fit 3 meals and some sort of snack into her small budget.
Then if she only has $40, how would she go over?
Well, it looks like she's getting people to go with her to pay for stuff.
Oh, there you go. That's fair, though. You're right. She would go over and then have to get somebody to buy her lunch.
Yeah, I totally get that. I wouldn't hold on to it for 20 years or however long it's been since that show went off the air.
When was that show on, Rob?
It says, let's see. I'm trying to find 2002, 2005.
Oh, God.
Yeah. It's 20 years ago.
I don't know.
77 episodes.
Have y'all gotten to that time frame yet where somebody goes, it was like 20 years ago? And you think, and you realize, 20 years is a lot longer than you thought?
Yeah, I always think the 90s. And
if somebody says, like 20 years ago, and you go, was that like 91, 92? Oh, wait, that was over 30 years ago.
No.
So, that day's coming. Trust me. Yeah, and it's a kick in the pants, right? It's a kick right between the pockets when you realize that. 20 years ago was 2004, not 1993. Okay.
Yeah, well, in the 80s when we were born, we were closer to the 50s than, we're the same distance to the 50s as we are now.
Yeah. I feel it.
I don't know why you're talking, Rob.
This is Ace and Friends.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Ace and Friends.
Rob, repeat that fact you just shared a minute ago.
I said that if we were born in the 80s, me and Reagan's, we were born just as close to the 50s as we are to now from the day we were born. So it was like 30 years before the 80s is the 50s, right? So now we're 30 years, or almost 40 years. So we're almost about the same as the 1940s. I hate it. I hate it here.
That was confusing what you just said, but I understand. I got the point of it. Yeah.
The idea is there, and I'm hoping you can get it from the maze I just gave you. Words.
I somehow whittled through there and found a piece of information I was looking for.
The thought was in my head, and I didn't have a good way to put it out.
Yeah, it's a shocker when something happens. Like again, we mentioned this earlier, and you think, so what was that like? Somebody says that's been 20 years. You go, so that was like 91?
Mm-hmm.
And then you go, wait a minute, it's 2024. It's been 2004. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah. That hurts, man. And I'm good with my age. Like that doesn't bother me or anything like that, but it's like, ooh, wow. Oh.
Yikes.
I've told y'all before, I know the moment that I thought, man, I'm getting old. and I wasn't even old at the time. I was 38 years old.
Oof.
And I went to my mailbox, and I took a subscription to Rolling Stone magazine out of the mailbox. And I looked at it, and on the cover, there was a classic photo of Guns N' Roses. And sprawled across the front were the words, "Appetite turns 20." And I was like, no way. Then I went, wait a minute. 87, 97, 2007. Yeah. You start going, oh, wait. This album is 20 years old.
Did you like throw it on the ground and then put your arms up? Take me now, God.
Yeah, I was just like, wow.
It's a
And I
wrap.
remember walking up my driveway, just like, man.
Getting winded?
It felt like it. Yeah, I felt like I had the wind knocked out of me. It's like just punched me in the gut. Yeah, I will never forget that moment. It's like, oh, hang on a second. Yeah, I'm 38. Wow. Okay.
Math, man. How's it work? No one knows.
We're here to have a good time. This is Ace and Friends.
Hey, radio family, we've got a new way to win. Ace TJ Prime Rewards. Win great stuff like gift cards, Ace and TJ merch, concert tickets, and exclusive money can't buy experiences. Win it all with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. It's so easy. Download the Ace and TJ family app in your app store or at acetj.com/app and start winning with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. New winners every week. Fun and free. Get the app and play Ace TJ Prime Rewards. We always knew you were a winner. Now it's your chance to prove it. Get the app today.